$1 back, and thank you everybody for subscribing. Get to the 50 subscriber mark. I don't know when I'm gonna do a 60 subscriber special video, but yeah. Now I was supposed to do my Money Bank 2020 or 2011 review. I already did Money Bank 2021 last year, and these two fucking terrible shows. Well, you're gonna still see this, but the Money Bank 2011 review will be postponed until tomorrow. So here's my 50 subscriber video, and then I'll do the second which is worst video. It's gonna be like a mini series where I don't know when I'm gonna stop doing it, but yeah. So here's it's gonna be a video game review, and this is one of the best wrestling games ever. Yes, it's Here Comes SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain. You already know. This is one of the best games in the WWE games, not counting like No Mercy and on the N64, which we'll get to someday. Anyways, so yeah, this came out in 2003, and this was the end of the whole SmackDown game series from the first one to here, and then they went to the SmackDown vs. Raws, which the SmackDown vs. Raw trilogy, which you already saw all of them. I did all the SmackDown vs. Raw games from the first one 2004 to the last one SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. Yeah, you saw that back in November to December. Yeah. But anyways, there's two new game match types, two new match types in this game. One is a Raw Pace match, which is just whatever for the women. So yeah, and the Elimination Chamber, which is which is a new real match type. This has legends for the first time, which you have two Undertakers this time. One's in purple glove, and the other's the biker phase, which this was before Survivor Series 03, I think. I don't know. Like you have Roddy Piper and that, so yeah. The controls are different this time around. So instead, it's R1 and L1. It's L1 to reverse strikes. Yeah, R1 is to reverse grabs, and both reverse the finisher this time around. So there's that. There's a weight detection this time around, so Rey Mysterio will not pick up the Big Show. Let's say, make it realistic. Every arena that's in the game, like they have the Bad Blood arena, which have black ropes for some reason, but it always like goes backwards. It's shut your mouth. So there's that. The graphics for PS2 standards is good. Goldberg is new to the game, although this will be his only appearance until 2K14, which was 10 years later. It won't appear again until 2K16 up till now. So there's a career wrestler mode, which is just the same since the PS2 days came, and let's talk about the season mode of this game. You could do whatever the hell you want. You go for a world title if you're a high popular guy like, say, Goldberg or Brock Lesnar. You could go for the world title. You could defend JR against Vince or Bischoff for the Raw side for some reason, or face a lower tier guy for a world champion. Yes, that is true. Or you could do basically you do feud with Vince McMahon for Survivor from October to December, which you become an interim CEO. You do factions, which a rival, a different brand person comes to swap with the other show you're on. Like if you say Raven from Raw, he'll go over to SmackDown and help you out. against Vince's higher ups. There's also the whole thing with the Rumble where the referee's on strike for like 2 weeks until the Rumble. Of course, there's the WrestleMania end where you win the championship. Now, there's two separate endings. One is a babyface one where you and your defeated opponent raise each other's hands. And the other one, you beat him up as a heel. And yeah, the introduction to the end, it's like a narrative where you have to get to WrestleMania. So yeah. And you have to end with a championship or else it's done so. So yeah. There's a lot of storylines in the game. Like I mentioned, you have to defend the championship against one of the two opponents, or do a triple threat. For example, you had to fight a friend of yours turn on you before SummerSlam, and there's a lot of storylines. Like I mentioned before, this is the end of the SmackDown trilogy. So there's that. And it begins the SmackDown vs. Raw trilogy in the season mode, and this you don't have voiceovers until SmackDown vs. Raw. Yeah. You're not getting a World Heavyweight Championship match. Yeah. So there's that. That's all I have to say about Here Comes the Pain. The Royal Rumble is basically the same. But they changed it for the SmackDown vs. Raw one where the battle bars or the elimination meter or whatever. But the 9 out of 10. Easily the best game of this ever. And be back with my which is worse, which will be on these two Extreme Rules. So yeah. Like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah. Bye.